Alright, Mini Bike Action, John here. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I don't have a lot to report about the Vader since I did the motor mount bolts. The bike is definitely doesn't vibrate as bad as it used to. So there was something wrong with the original bolt. Even though I felt tight, there was something going on there. So I got these Honda scrapyard bolts, as I showed, I think, in one of my other videos. But I got these scrapyard Honda bolts, which were fatter, tighter fit. They got a 14 millimeter hex nut on either side. They have a nut on both sides. They tighten down really tight. So far, so good. I got these bushings. Of course, everybody that knows these bikes knows that the Cush Drive bushings go bad. So those are going to go in the rear hub because I noticed mine were getting pretty mushy. I had a little thing that happened to me the other day. I was riding in a rainstorm and there was some flooding in town, and so cars were driving through the flooded area, you know, slowly. Some of them were, but people were driving through it. And so I went over into the center divide lane, and I'm trying to avoid the deepest part of the water, and some guy flies by me in a four-wheel drive truck and covers me in a wave of muddy water, just covers me in a wave. And I was completely blown away. So anyway, I sped up and caught up to the guy and said a few choice words. He tried to tell me it was an accident, or no, he said it was an accident. That's what he said. It was an accident. So I was like, yeah, right. Anyway, my point is that had I not had an air box on this bike, and I'd put the carburetor on there backwards with the filter sticking out in front where it shouldn't be, this bike would not be running. It would have killed it. I'd probably be pushing it home. So I'm glad I got the airbox on there. And if you look at my other videos, speaking of this, if you guys are people who are deciding whether they want the airbox, you know, I can only state that I think it's foolish to remove it when you can just you get the right manifold, like I showed. You get the manifold. You get, in my other videos, you get the rotator plate, the 26 millimeter carburetor. You use a car radiator hose with the tight bends, and for a bigger, larger inlet on this side. On the other side, you add some more openings to the other side. It gives you a nice deep intake sound. It provides plenty of airflow. I put a K&N air filter inside, so the air filter flows really easily. Flows good, and get plenty of airflow. Gives it a nice deep intake. It doesn't have that sucky noise, you know. Gives you a good place to mount. If you guys are going to run an oil cooler up here, it's a perfect place to mount your oil cooler. Little bit of reinforcing in the back of the plastic for these mounts. I showed where I got this on AliExpress, this oil cooler, and which one I used in my other videos. You put a little bracket on the bottom where it should be anyway. The Chinese decided to delete that too, but there's supposed to be a bracket, a post like on the Honda that holds this from moving around. So anyway, that's about it. The race schedule is supposed to be coming in this month. Before the end of the month, they'll have a schedule for the small bore racing. You guys that have been following know what I'm talking about. I'm hoping to get this on the track. I'm working on an idea to change my foot pegs, because I think they're going to be a fail point. I dragged these quite a bit already. I dragged my pegs around corners, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a way to mount my foot pegs in this, because I like this piece. I don't like the rear set the way they look yet. I haven't seen a rear set that doesn't look strange. This piece on the bike actually is kind of a focal point in a way. And so I'm going to try to integrate my peg into this piece, and then maybe even cut that off and then shorten my brake and do all that stuff. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes on the track. You know, I may crash in my first race and never race again. Who knows? So anyway, that's it for now, man. You guys take care out there and have fun. And keep watching my vids. There's usually a little bit of good information in them about things that I've tried, things that work, things that don't work. Mostly it's just been about improving the bike. Nothing for show, just making sure that it's improved and more of a respectful bike like I started out to build. So take it easy out there, guys. Vader later.